Welcome to the whatcar.com podcast, where this week we've heard that Ford wants to sell both Jaguar and Land Rover. We've got some green car predictions from Bosch, a key player in the automotive industry, and Matt Sanger's here with the roundup of some other motoring news. We've also got a sneak preview of our recent reader testing event, where readers came along to take a look at 3 of the latest compact off-roaders. Stick around and catch up with whatcar.com. In March, Ford sold Aston Martin for £479 million. Now the Blue Oval wants to offload Jaguar and Land Rover too. Widespread reports say British politicians have even been briefed on the sale, but Ford says nothing is imminent just yet. Still, the company is considering their sale, while many analysts also predict that a sale of Volvo, which makes up the last in Ford's so-called Premier Automotive Group, can't be far behind. Jaguar, in particular, has struggled in the US, while overall Ford lost £6.5 billion globally in 2006. While the development of future models from Aston Martin, like the four-door Rapide, hinged on its sale, work is already well underway on new cars from the other corners of the Premier Automotive Group. We took this shot of a heavily disguised Jaguar XF on the M25 just the other day. The XF goes on sale in the UK next March and replaces the S-Type. There's no word yet on who might buy the brands, but many suspect they will come as a package. Land Rover's record sales offsetting Jaguar's painful losses. It may well be that a private equity company snaps up the car makers, something which happened with Aston Martin, and something which worries unions. They think it could spell big job losses. The boss of Bosch, a key component supplier in the automotive industry, reckons 1 in 5 cars will feature stop-start technology by the year 2015. As the name suggests, stop-start technology cuts out the engine when the car is at a standstill, improving fuel economy and reducing emissions. Dr. Bernd Bohr of Bosch reckons 20% of all cars will be fitted with stop-start within 7 years. It's already available in a range of cars today, including the likes of the Citroën C3 or hybrids like the Toyota Prius. Bosch's own system has already been fitted to the BMW 1 Series and will make it into the Mini from this August. Bohr, however, reckons the high production cost of hybrids means that even by 2015 they'll only take up 5% of the car market. Tell that to Toyota. Its powertrain boss reckons production cost of hybrids will be under control by 2010. It predicts that every single one of its models will be hybrids by 2020. We wonder who's right. We brought together 3 of the latest compact off-roaders for readers to take a look at recently. The full video of our reader test team event is online at whatcar.com now, but here's a quick peek at how it went.
Citroën actually looks really good from the front. I actually like what they've done with this. The grille across the front always reminds me of an animal, and when a car does that, they've caught the eye of the buyer, I think, and I don't know if many people do that. Inside, the front seat's quite comfortable. The interior was quite nice. Didn't like the back seats, very hard. Felt like a park bench. But externally looks really good.
The Vauxhall has really surprised me. They're not cars that I'd ever look at historically, but this one doesn't look like a Vauxhall. It's got a bit of style to it, and it's got some credibility when you start touching the plastics inside. It's got some nice design traits that run throughout the interior, which really set it off from the other 2.
I really like the Nissan X-Trail. It feels like a 4x4. It's big, it's spacious, it's got a great driving position. I can see without any trouble whatsoever. It's my favourite of the 3.
It's over to Matt Sanger now for a roundup of the other week's news.
Apparently Ford is considering a high-performance version of the new Mondeo. Before you get excited about the concept of an RS Cosworth, however, it's likely to use the ST tag, the same as the outgoing version of the Mondeo. Now, we're unlikely to see this car before 2008, and there's a great deal of speculation as to which engine it's going to use, but it might only be available as a diesel, or we could see the V6 2.7 litre engine that Jaguar use, which produces about 204 brake horsepower. VW have released prices for the Golf Estate. Now, we featured the Golf Estate a few weeks ago in our podcast, but we now know it's going to cost just under £14,400 for the entry-level 1.6S model. You'll need to spend £20,400 for the top-level 2-litre TDI S-Line with DSG gearbox, but all models come fairly well equipped with climate control, alloy wheels and a host of safety extras. The car goes on sale this summer. Daihatsu has given us some details about their new Mini MPV, the Materia, which goes on sale this July, priced at just under £11,000. Now, it's going to be against the Renault Modus and cars like the Vauxhall Meriva, but it comes with a 5-speed manual gearbox as standard. If you want the 4-speed automatic, it's going to cost you a little bit more, at about $11,700. Now, it comes with a pretty generous spec as standard. Just have a listen to this. Power steering, anti-lock brakes, air conditioning, central locking, alloy wheels, front fog lamps, a radio, a CD player, driver and passenger and side airbags, all included in the price. The only factory option you can order is metallic paint, which apparently is £325. Now, Mercedes' new C-Class saloon goes on sale across Britain next week, and we've actually got an artist's impression of what the C-Class Coupe might look like when it joins the lineup in 2008.
We'll have lots more news, reviews and features next week, including the winners in our 2007 Tow Car of the Year Awards. Come back on Wednesday, June the 20th for that. See you next week.